Alright everybody, so today what we're going to be doing is replacing the alternator on this 2002 Subaru WRX. I think it's pretty simple. It's just a couple of bolts. The first two that we're going to want to take off is these two right here. They're both 10 mils, so those are pretty simple. Okay, so now we can go ahead and pull this cover off. And the bolts that we're going to be after here are this one right here and this one right underneath this bracket. Now before we tackle that though, what we're going to want to do is loosen up this negative battery terminal whenever we start unplugging these two things. So you're going to want to find your 10 mil, at least that's what I have on mine. We're going to go ahead and loosen this negative connector. Let's grab our 10 mil again, go to this negative battery terminal, loosen it up a little bit. Now we'll see if we can just wiggle this right off of here, just like that. I'll set this off to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and tackle this green connector first. So we're going to grab our flathead, stick our finger in here like this to press down that connector. Now what I like to do is just pry it right off like that. Should come out super easily. Now for this red connector on top, I'm going to put our 13 mil on, lift this up. We're going to go ahead and pop this connector off, set this off to the side as well. So for these two bolts that are right here, what you're going to want to do is find your 12 mil. I'm going to use a short one just so that way I can fit my ratchet in there and be able to pull both of these off. We got this bolt out. Let's make sure we keep that washer in there. And again, you know, the drill set it off somewhere that we're going to remember. Now that we have that out, we can go ahead and just push the alternator down a little bit like that. We should see the belt come loose just like this. Now that our belt's loose, let's go ahead and pop it off just like that. So now all that we have left to do is pop this bolt out right here. Should be able to pull the whole alternator out, and that'll be our final step before we can throw the new one in. Okay, so now it's time for our final bolt. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my long 12 so that way I can reach this bolt. Now as you're getting towards the end, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you hold on to this back bracket piece because it is going to come loose. Just like that. Ooh, that puppy's hot. So you're going to want to hold on to this because this will help hold your alternator. And now what we can do is just pull this bolt through. I'm gonna use a towel to help pull this out since my car was just running, so it's a little bit hot in here. So let's get under here, pull this bolt out the rest of the way. Now with that out, alternator should just wiggle right out. So now we lift our alternator out, boom, she's good to go. And we'll set that off to the side. Already took it out. Now, here's our new bad boy from Napa, my favorite place to get parts from. And what we can do here is drop it in the same way we took it out. So we're going to feed this end in first, and it should just drop right into there. And we're going to grab our bolt. Obviously, it's just going to go in the reverse order. Flip this up, feed it on through there, just like that. Make sure you turn your tab right here to be on top, so that way you can put your cover back on. Go back to our extended 12 mil. We can push this back a little bit, give ourselves some room. So like we said, put your bolt in through this side, just like how we took it apart. Make sure this is on their back end with this tab up. You can just sit here and hold this while you bolt this in, and then once this gets threaded in at first, you can shove it the whole way through, since your hand can't really fit in this part the best. And then all you gotta do is keep tightening it. This tab, make sure that it doesn't spin, it actually just tightens down. That way you can line up your bracket right here, so that way this will sit on there nicely. And now what we're gonna do, the easiest thing to do now is take advantage of how it's loose and pop this belt back on. So that's what we're gonna do next. Let's put this belt right back on there like that. And then from this point, we just have to line up our bolt hole, the alternator down there, up with this hole. And then once we thread that right through, we're just about done. If you're having any trouble, I found that if you loosen up this bolt right here, it'll help drop this part down. So that way you don't have to try and pick up the alternator as much, because that can be hard with this belt. And then once you get it in through this bolt, or through this bolt hole, like you can see here, I put it in through this hole and I loosened it down the whole way down this. There's still a lot of slack in it, but now all we have to do is just tighten up this bolt, and that'll help get this tension out of it and bring it back up, so that way it's back in the original spot. So that's what we're gonna do now. Now, the way I know that you're looking good is when you tighten this up enough that when you press on the belt, it has a little bit of play, but it's not too tight. You don't want it to be like so tight that it can't move at all. You want it to have a little bit of slack in it. I don't know if I'd call it slack, but you know, a little bit of play. Just like how this belt has a tiny bit of play in it. Make sure this one has a little bit. And then once you do that, you should be good to put these connectors back on, and we'll check to see if everything's running good. All right, so just like that, we got our locking washer. We got our nut back on top. You don't have to tighten it down too much, just enough that it sandwiches it, so that way it doesn't move at all. It doesn't need to be like super tight or anything crazy. Just make sure it doesn't have any play in it. And then, since we got that, we're gonna go ahead and take this connector, plug it in right over there, give it a couple good pushes, make sure it's in there nice, wiggle it around a little bit, make sure it's not going anywhere. Once that's good, all we have to do, just working in reverse, pop this back into there, make sure this lines up over top with the hole that's underneath there. You can kind of see, there you go. Make sure that lines up. We're gonna go ahead and screw those back in, start the car after that, and we'll see if everything's running good. Now, very important step that you may have missed if you were following along. I actually did this and I sat in the car and I was wondering what was wrong. Make sure you put your negative terminal back on. I sat in the car and I was like, I wonder why none of the lights are turning on or anything. Take your 10 mil, throw this puppy back on, make sure that's on if you're following along step by step. All right, so now that we got the new alternator in, what we're gonna like to do is just start the car. It's gonna start off the battery. So just because it starts doesn't exactly mean that everything's okay. You want it to run for a minute or two. Make sure that the car doesn't turn off, because if the car does turn off, that means that the alternator is not working correctly. Maybe it's not, the belt's too tight or too loose, something's happening like that. Maybe the connectors that you put on aren't tight enough or something like that. So yeah, I'd recommend taking it for a drive too, just to make sure, but don't go too far, because if your alternator is crappy or something goes wrong, you might break down on the side of the road if you go too far. So I'm actually gonna take this car for a test run around the block, make sure everything's good, but I mean, I feel like everything was good with it. Lights and everything work, radio turns on, all that. So I mean, I'll take it for a spin, but this is where I'm gonna leave it for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you guys out, and we'll see you in the next one.